One love. Once again, this is Brother Dude talking about teaching plants and fungi. I left off talking about the many benefits and saying how sometimes within this conscious community, especially the older folk, how they don't want to deal with this whole teaching fungi plant type of movement. And like I said, there's many reasons why, the crack era, all that, which did a big damage after they killed a lot of our leaders and stuff. Most folks, especially old school, like, yo, I don't want to deal with none of this. But like I said, there's a great benefit to it when you approach it in a way, an honorable way, a respectful way, and dealing with a level of those who know how to help you along the path, a shamanic way. So it's interesting because I see the youth. They are in that place of you had listen to the music now. I don't listen to a lot of the hip hop and stuff right now. It's only a couple of young cats I got a lot of respect for that's getting it in. But that's another subject about hip hop. But a lot of these cats like black hippies, underachievers, a lot of these people who are coming out talking about the mind altering type of scenario, and so these youth are tapping in because there's nothing new under the sun. They're tapping into something that they know is there, Even Absol did a joint on DMT, on dimethyltryptamine, which was dope. So my thing is they're putting it out there. I don't agree with the pill popping and all that stuff. I don't believe in those synthetic stuff and all that. I'm talking about the natural stuff. It's just us elders really pulling these younger ones to the side and saying, okay, I could see that your interest might be the whole shaman path. Let me show you the right way or a more productive way to go about it, where you could get something really out of this experience. And that's what I think this is about. I think, like I give you an example, I had a deep experience once with one journey, where I actually came across these two particular deities on this particular realm, and they knew everything about me. They knew everything about me, man. One of them was just talking to me, like, yo, giving me advice. He was a fatherly figure. He was like, boom, 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 boom. You need to do this, do that. You're feeling, man. Now this is where you got to just do it, and it was very interesting. Then right after him, it was this aunt type of figure. She was very funny, very sexy too, by the way. I hope my wife didn't hear that one, but but this particular goddess or whatever being, she came to me, and she gave me a message too, which was very enlightening, So, and it was real, and that's the beautiful thing is that because a big majority of people, the pineal gland is closed, their psychic eye is closed, they're not open to this phenomenon. They don't know the so-called invisible world. And I'm not talking about no spookism or some spook world. I'm talking about actual experience. Putting in it, understanding that this stuff work, ain't no spookiness to it. I had a friend of mine, he does astral projection, right? All the time, right? Good brother. I remember his brother was tripping out on him at the time. Like, yo, you bugging, dog. You ain't leaving your body, man. You on some otherness. And so my boy, he left his body that night. He actually told his younger brother, he said, yo, if you don't believe me, guess what? I'm going to come visit your apartment and I'm going to describe everything to a T in your house. And then from there, I ain't lying. So what happened is his brother moved to Maryland and he never visited his brother out there yet, physically. So my boy left his body that night, moved his consciousness, his car or his spirit body, his astral body to his street. He got to his street. For some reason, something distracted him and he snapped back into his body. He didn't make it all the way to his brother's apartment. But when he got back in his body, he woke up he started describing everything to a T to his brother. Like, yo, I was on your street. This car's outside right now. You have a corner store right here named this, that. This is over here. Da 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 da. Boom, boom, boom. To the point that his brother, his mind was blown. He was like, how the hell did you know this? You know what I mean? Because physically, like I said, he never visited his brother yet. So some people, it's about showing and proving. And for those who are very left-brained and have that everything is so logical to them, they got to prove everything to them. I think we should be at a place and time where we supposed to actually prove to people that the spirit world exists, that these capabilities exist. You know what I mean? And I don't think a person has to prove something out of some ego or pride to say, oh, see, I told you I'm right. But doing this from a level to let people know so they can be inspired to understand that there's more to life than what they're tapping into. When I seen them beings and I talked to them beings, that was so dope to me. That was like, it was off the hook. You know what I mean? And there was other moments where, other journeys, which was just as amazing. Times where I've actually went to other realms and did healings for people. You know what I mean? The list goes on. So again, the teaching plants, the teaching fungi, they can be used for so many things. It could be used for healing. It could be used for and spiritual enlightenment. It could be used for a whole array of things. You know what I mean? My homeboy Baba Kalindi, which I really encourage anybody who's into this subject to check this elder out. I had a great opportunity to build with this elder at UMass Amherst when I was invited over there to do a talk on urban shamanism. And this brother, he's deep. After we left the conference, I actually invited him to the hood to do a piece for people in Boston too, which was phenomenal because he had a slideshow which proved to people visually that this been part of our culture for a very long time. And from the slideshow, you could see the artwork of the mushroom hidden within the artwork of Kemet, you know what I mean, of Samaria, of like in the list, India, the list went down. And even in Christian art, you would have the mushroom behind figures of so-called Jesus, Yahshua. And the thing is that you always had a priest class of people within a so-called secret society of individuals who took in the teaching plants, the teaching fungi, because they knew that it was a spiritual process to enlightenment, And like even the Osirian rite or the Osir rite, where people, the Kemetic people would take the blue lotus flower and actually take that journey, you know what I mean? So it's always, been a part of our culture. And also in Egypt, they had what they call it, the Akashian or Akasha root, which is another word on the level of the Akasha, because again, you tapping into these cosmic records, you're getting these cosmic downloads, And like Baba Kalindi said, which was so amazing to me, man, is that you even had people like Harriet Tubman that took part of the psilocybin mushrooms and used it as a navigational tool for escaping and all that along the level of the Underground Railroad. I remember he was saying to me that she would have the other ones hold hands, and she would chant certain things for to raise their vibration so high that they would literally disappear right before the eyes of the slave master and the dogs and stuff. So she was a shaman, she was a medicine woman. And this is the science that we dealt with and knew about. You know what I mean? Kalindi was talking about how the Dogons used to take the mushrooms too, and were able, in a way, through that way, be able to get in contact with the Sirius constellation. So, again, this has been part of our culture. It's been part of the black people's experience, our experience, you know what I mean? But yet, you know, some way along the line, this has been in many ways stereotyped as something that only hippie trippy white people use. And for me, even the movement of the hippies, that was awakening even for these white Americans, you know, because for them they was like, yo, they rejected the whole society standards. They was like, yo, why are we fighting with these black people and these other people? Why are we treating them like this? Why are we even going to war? You know, why are we even paying for school? You know what I mean? They were like, yo, let's hug a tree. The tree is alive. You know, all kinds of stuff. So their pineal gland and their awareness was opening. Because when you start going into this level of these teaching plans, you start to see the whole spectrum, the unification of things. You know what I mean? It's a grand healing. I know every time I come from these experiences, I feel more grounded. I feel a level of gratitude, always coming back from with gratitude and a level of acceptance. So that's where all that level of people dealing with anxiety and depression and stuff, you come from these experiences wholeheartedly loving yourself and accepting yourself, which is a beautiful thing. And the powers that be, they don't want that, man. They want to keep people at odds. They want to keep you depressed, want to keep you at some place of hating someone else, all these other things. So when you start to see the bigger picture and start to have these spiritual technologies open up your heart chakra, man, it's a wrap, man. You know what I mean? That divide and conquer, the healing on an individual level and collective level is there. So, yeah, teaching plans, teaching fungi. Peace.